Mike.
And Ravin.
We're about to play a game against Mojo this time.
Nice, yay.
And we're going to use X-Force too.
Yay.
So we got a team of Siren, Deadpool, Doop, and Sunspot. And we start on this side. Mojo, there's unique setup with him too. You can start him in Mojoverse and he gets 2 less health.
All right.
So he starts with 11, but he's going to have 9 because we picked to use Mojoverse.
Okay.
He also doesn't move too. All his plot cards are zeros, so he just sits there. The problem, you lose health, but on Mojoverse, if you clear the threat, you have to do at least 2 or 3 heroic actions or fights, or then you have to discard a card. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to see. He has Spiral there. She's not done, but that's one of her henchmen too. And in this one, there's a track that goes up. If it gets to 15, we lose.
Okay.
And he gets harder to hit the more it goes down, or he's easier to damage if we go that way. So we have to forfeit an action to make it go down. And all of his BAMs and other stuff make it go up too.
All right.
There's those multicolored TVs. Those are the hostages too. We can't damage Mojo until we rescue the hostages. The only way you can rescue your hostage is if there's no thugs or civilians in that area.
Okay.
Then you have to spend heroic action to get it.
Okay.
You don't have to beat the henchman to get them. But the henchman, like, she does 2 damage and 1 in each adjacent too, so she's going to be a pain.
Yes.
So, and Deadpool, it's not the heroic challenge one. The challenge one, every time someone moves into a spot, a character or a villain, you draw a card. For
Okay.
the normal Deadpool, he has some cards in there that make you draw from that deck too.
Okay.
I think that's it. Oh, we'll draw the X-Force cards. So we got this turn. The first time you defeat a thug, and you may discard 1 in your or adjacent location.
Nice.
And oh, we already got the bad card.
Uh-oh.
So as long as this card is in the team display, heroes cannot use non-mandatory end of turn effects in locations. Okay, so once we clear a threat, we can't use it the end of turn.
Okay.
And there. Sunspot's pretty cool. He can build up tokens and change them into wild ones too.
Neat.
Doop's pretty cool too. And then those are Deadpools. And Sirens. Siren has airlift for a move. Deadpool is makeshift weapon. Doop has communication device. And Sunspot has an airlift too.
Cool.
So we'll start with Mojo's first card. So it's 0 BAM challenge. Add a thug in every location.
Okay.
So his BAM is he increases the ratings track by 1. So we'll do that. So it's going to be at 6. The werewolves deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. So
Wow, we got to stay out of there.
yeah. So that's that one. Same, he has a werewolf in his spot too.
Okay.
Spotlights, if there's any number of heroes, okay, there's no BAM there, but they increase the rating tracks too if we stay there.
Wow, okay.
Okay, this one's going to hit us. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location, and 1 damage to 1 hero in each adjacent. So none there. Somebody here is going to take a hit.
Okay. Deadpool has regen.
Yeah.
And gain 1 wild whenever you are KO'd. I don't know.
We want the tokens from here. We'll play Unpredictable by Deadpool, because that makes us play our card randomly.
Okay.
So we'll put that at the bottom. And he has healing factor too, so he can get cards back.
Yes.
Okay. And then Major Domino, if there's no thugs or civilians in that, you add 2. And you can't damage him with fights. You have to damage him with heroic actions.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay. So that's a BAM. And then we'll add the thug in each location. And it will be Siren's turn.
Okay.
So Siren's going to go. We're not going to play anything from the X-Force cards.
No.
Okay.
Let's
So
pick up. Sonic Scream. Deal damage to each thug in an adjacent location. You may discard any number of action tokens to perform the same number of fights in that location.
pretty good.
That's the same as... We got one already.
We do?
Yeah, so now we
cool.
have 2.
Okay, so we're going to use the move and heroic action.
Yep.
She's going to forfeit the move so she can make the rain track go down by 1. And she's going to do heroic action because Major Domino, you can't use fights. You just use heroic actions to damage him. Right. And she's going to damage Major Domino. The 5, and you can only do that once. You can only forfeit 1 action to make it go down by 1. You can't do it more than once on your turn.
That makes sense.
Okay, so Deadpool's going to go. He's going to pick up 2. He's not going to play from the X-Force cards.
Breaking the 4th wall, you must draw the top 2 cards from the Deadpool Chaos Challenge deck. Choose 1 and resolve it.
So that's how he uses those cards.
All right. But we're not going to do that right now.
No, we want to get rid of Spiral, so...
We're going to do maximum effort.
Yeah. He'll use a move from Siren's card to go over there, and then it's free damage against 1 target, so we're going to pick Spiral, and then the other fight from there, he's going to hit her again for 4 damage.
Awesome.
And the heroic action from Siren, he's going to forfeit, so then we'll make the track go down to 4.
Cool.
And then Deadpool's going to use his makeshift weapon to attack a thug, too.
Cool.
Now it's Doop's turn. He's not going to play from X-Force cards.
Yeah, we're going to pick up.
Okay. What's that do?
Travel across the margins. At the end of your turn, swap this card with any hero card in the storyline.
Yeah, so he's good at feeding other characters cards that are in there too. That's pretty cool.
And it says any too. That's cool.
Yep. But we're going to play his starting card. So as long as his cards face up in the storyline, if another hero performs 2 or more heroic actions or fights in your location, that hero gains a wild token.
Cool.
So he'll play that. And he'll move over to Spiral and use the fight from Deadpool's maximum effort to finish off Spiral. And he didn't forfeit an action. So that one we can't do because of the X-Force bad card, but we can get rid of the crisis tokens.
Cool.
I think that's from that's the Black Panther one, I think, because there's crisis tokens. That I think Killmonger gives a lot of crisis tokens.
Ah, right. Okay.
So that's our team. So it's going to be over to Mojo.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What's he do? Again, C0, he doesn't move, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to bam. So the track listing, the plot will go up by 1, and then sorceries until the start of your next villain turn. Until the start of the next villain turn, cancel all special effects on cards. Ooh, so Doop doesn't get his ability. Any special effects, cancel.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, that would have canceled maximum effort too. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
Good thing we did that last turn.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do his bab, and then everyone else's too. So none of the Domo, it's not Domino. Domino doesn't add any because there's still thugs and civilians there.
Yeah.
No one takes damage. Track's back at 5. And we got to remember our special effects don't work.
Okay.
So Doop isn't, if we had healing factor, that wouldn't work either. Okay. So now it's Shatterstar's turn. Not Shatterstar. Sunspot.
Yes. And we're going to pick up.
Yeah, because we have a move left. Yeah, we're going to pick up.
We can't play his token card now because...
Yeah, we won't get the effect. We could play it, but we don't get the benefit of it. And that's his big thing, building tokens, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we got a move and a fight.
Okay. No heroic actions. We don't want... Oh, if overflow happens, the rating goes up too. So... Help clear up there. We don't want to go over to the werewolves. It's going to move off.
No.
We could forfeit Doop's move action from his card to make the track go down by 4.
Okay.
Now we still have a move and a fight if we play that card or a wild. How about we keep the move and fight? We can use the wild as a heroic action to hit Major Domo.
Okay.
Okay, so we use that. Yeah, early on it's good to do like one action and then try to make it go down because I did a test. If you don't try to bring that down earlier, it ramps up fast.
Okay.
Especially when you start doing, when you have to go every 2 turns for him. Okay, so Domo will take 1 damage. He has 2 left. Siren's going to go. She's going to pick up.
Move and heroic action.
Huh, okay. We have a wild from Sunspot that we'll use for heroic action
Yes.
to take one off of Damo. And then we'll use the move and heroic action card we just picked up to do another heroic action against Damo, clearing up that threat.
Awesome.
And then we won't use the move to bring the track. So now if we eventually get to it, we're doing +1 damage to...
Mojo.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll clear up that threat. Because that's not mandatory. We can't do it because the X-Force card, but we could draw 2 cards and discard 2.
Yeah.
That's okay. And the henchman's gone, but we still have to clear up the civilians and thugs before we get the hostage.
Right.
So Siren's done. So now it's Deadpool's. He's going to pick up, or what? What's he here now? He has a heroic action and a move. He could play that card now to finally get rid of it. We'll have a move and heroic action from Siren. We can use the heroic action to clear up a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
And then the move, we won't move, and then we can bring the track down.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea, and then play...
Finally get rid of that card?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get rid of that. It'll go face down in the storyline. What's the next X-Force card? This turn, you may treat fights as... Oh, that would have been good against Domo. Treat fights as heroic actions.
Cool.
So he'll forfeit the move to bring that down. And then he'll use a heroic action to clear up a civilian. Okay, so now it's Mojo. What are you doing?
Nothing too bad, hopefully.
Another moving. Bam. Mojo. Until the next villain turn, one available fight action must be ignored by each hero during their turn. This doesn't decrease the track ratings. Oh, that would have sucked later game too when you're trying to hit them.
Yeah. So,
And even now it's going to be, we have to do forfeit a fight for each hero, not one. Okay. So the track will go up to free now from this BAM. No other BAMs affect us. So that's okay. So he's more annoying. He doesn't do damage to us. He just neuters us a bit, right?
yes.
Okay. And then, yeah, we have to forfeit a fight each action.
Almost prolonging the game.
Trying to get his venomous plot. He's going to go through his whole...
Yeah.
All his cards. Okay. So Doop's going to go. He's not going to play a X-Force card. He's going to pick up.
Dimensional Gate. Move to any location and double wild there.
We were going to play the swap card one, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because he could... And he has a communication device. So anywhere he goes by himself, he can play a heroic action too. So he could clear up one of those threats if he wanted to.
Yeah. Which...
Let's take him to X-Force facility, because I know that one, that once it's cleared, you can discard a card to get 2 fight tokens.
Okay.
So he'll do a gate over there. So what's the card say?
Move to any location and double
So you don't
wild
have to
there.
use the move to do that. The special effect lets you.
Yes.
So he'll move to that location, do 2 heroic actions,
Yeah.
use his communication device to flip it, because he's alone, to do another heroic action, clearing that threat.
Cool.
He still has a move. He doesn't have another action because of the X-Force flip card. He'll forfeit his move to put the track down by 1.
Nice.
That was a good turn by him. And he cleared up a threat.
Yeah.
So when you clear this one up, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain 2 fight code.
Nice.
Yeah. So the X-Force card's not there anymore, so we could use that. You discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain 2 fight tokens. I think we will, because Doop also has a card that if he's KO'd, he gets a wild too.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of the... the switch card's pretty good if we need. We'll
Yes.
get rid of his fight card to get 2 fight tokens. And you can't use them now because that was at the end of your turn. And he doesn't trigger from his special card for himself. It has to be other people.
Right.
Because he did a bunch of heroic actions that turn. So he was the first one, so now it's Sunspot's turn. Is he going to use one of these cards? You can use fights as heroic actions. This turn, the first time you defeat a thug, you may discard a thug in your or adjacent location. Ooh, there's no fight there. And fights, you have to forfeit a fight. Unfortunately, that doesn't help us too much.
And that card wouldn't put it on to clearing up the...
No, it's just to clear up some...
It would just discard it.
Board presence, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think we should pick up.
Okay.
Solar Rechanneling. Gain 1 wild token. You may turn any action tokens you have into wild tokens.
Yep.
Is that the same? Yep.
Yep. So I say, looking at the board, we'll use Solar Radiation Absorption. At the end of your turn, you gain 1 move, heroic action, or fight token for each different location you occupied this turn.
Oh, cool.
So he occupied 1 there. He's going to move over to this location on the moving like a card. So he's occupied 2. He'll use the airlift card to go where Doop is. So now he's occupied 3. He'll forfeit Doop's move action on his card to bring the track down by 1. And then let's build up his fights with him because that's what we want to do, the Mojo.
Yep.
So he'll get free fight tokens. So we're not going to discard a card with him because he builds up tokens anyway. And those are going to give him more too. So there's his free fight tokens. Now it is Siren's turn. Now, again, this turn you can treat fights. There's no fight there.
Maybe we should...
We'll pick up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move in a fight.
Okay. And we have a move in the storyboard.
Okay.
What does the scream do again?
Deal 1 damage to each thug in an adjacent location. You may discard any number of action tokens to perform the same number of fights in that location.
Maybe she'll use her heroic action card.
Okay.
To clear up a civilian in the location she's in. She has a move left. Maybe we won't move her.
Okay.
We'll bring the track down again. No, we're really good. We're far on the side, so now we give ourselves some leeway.
Yeah.
And she does have a move from airlift. No, we'll keep her there.
Okay.
So she's done. So now it's Mojo's turn. Again, 0 bam. No signal. If Major Domo threat is in play, accelerate the next villain turn. That's would have sucked too. He would have won every 2. But we got him off the board, so it's just his bam, which will increase the track by 1. And no other bams that we got to worry about because we're not on the werewolves. So we're good. So Deadpool's going to go. He is going to play an X-Force card.
Yes.
This turn, the first time you defeat a thug, you may discard 1 thug in your or adjacent location. So he's going to use the fight from the card to clear up that thug.
Cool.
Then he'll discard a thug in that location. That doesn't go to the mission, though, because it's discarded.
Right.
And he'll use a heroic action from Siren to clear up the hostage.
Cool.
So that will go to the mission. And the hostage ones, when you flip them over, they give you a... So now he has that token, too.
Nice.
And now we flip over another X-Force card. What's that one? Once during the villain's turn, each hero who is about to take... Once during the villain's turn, each hero who is about to take damage may immediately fight in their location before taking damage.
Oh, nice.
The trick, if we get all our heroes in the same location as a werewolf, when it bams, we would all attack it before it gets to attack.
That's a good point.
That's a good card to sing about, too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was he did Siren's run yet. And at the end of his turn, no, we don't got to worry about Crisis. I don't think he's going to do anything else. Nope. So now it's Doop's turn. We're not going to do, because they're not going to be moved there. This turn you can treat. No. Yeah, he'll pick up.
Okay. Psionic mass control. Relocate any number of civilians and thugs between locations.
That's really good for this one.
Yes.
You could move civilians right off of stuff.
Yes.
To help get the hostages. Huh. He has a fight left. No heroic action, though.
No.
And who's after him?
Sunspot.
Yeah.
Who also doesn't have any heroic actions at the moment. But he has things to get wild tokens.
And moving. We have a couple things we can do. So Doop's going to use his 2 fight tokens to clear up the 2 thugs in his area. And he's going to play that card. As long as this card is face up in the story, gain 1 wild token whenever you're KO'd. And he'll use that heroic action to clear up that hostage once we get the thugs. And it gives him another fight.
Cool.
And he has a fight from the X-Force card that he'll use to lower the track.
Nice.
And he can discard a card if he wants
2,
more fight tokens.
Ooh.
Oh, that goes. So if he does KO himself, he does get a wild token.
Yeah.
We are in a pretty good spot. Even if he does KO, it just raises the track. So if you're KO'd, you trigger his BAM, it would raise the track by 1.
Okay. That's not so bad.
So we're going to discard 1 card from your hand to get 2 fight tokens for him.
All right.
And we're going to discard the travel.
Yeah, travel.
Because I think he has a couple of those in his deck.
Okay.
So put that at the bottom, and he'll get 2 more fight tokens. And if he KOs, he'll get a wild token anyway.
Neat.
So if Sunspot's going to go, he's going to pick up.
So he got Solar Radiant Absorption.
No, we use that before. Every time he occupies a spot, he gets tokens.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to use Solar Channeling, though. Solar Rechanneling. So he gains a wild token. You may turn any action tokens you have into wild. So those will turn into wild. So he'll have 4 wild tokens.
Nice.
And he's going to move over to Mojoverse.
Okay.
So he used his move to go there. He's going to use Doop's heroic action to clear up a civilian there.
Okay.
He's going to do 2 of his wild tokens to clear up 2 of the thugs there.
All right.
And then 1 of his wild tokens to use as a heroic action to clear up the hostage.
Nice.
So which hostage is that? Oh, heroic action.
Cool.
So he used his last wild token to move over.
Yeah.
And he's going to use a heroic action he got from the hostage to clear up a civilian. So that was a pretty good turn for him.
Absolutely.
Okay, so mission's done. And too bad it wasn't in Doop's location, so he would have got another token.
Yeah.
So now it's Mojo's turn. What's he going to do? Again, 0 BAM. Add a thug in every location. So there's not going to be any overflow. That place is going to get overflow soon, though.
Yes, so we'll have to head over there.
And then at the end of the turn, the track listing. So it would go up by 1 from the BAM from Mojo. And there's sunspots in that location. So at the end of the villain turn, it would also go up by 1. And then we'll add a slug to each location.
Okay.
So Siren's going to go. He's going to pick up.
Vocal Trance. Attach a stunned token to a villain or henchman in an adjacent location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is discarded.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll play that. We were talking about the scream, but if you do that, you can stun the werewolves from doing anything.
Oh. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So she'll play that card. And she'll do a fight. So she'll clear up one of the... Or she has a move, too, from Sunspot. What did Sunspot give us? A move. So she'll move over to that location. And she'll play that card and do a fight in that location. And then she'll stun.
She has to be in an adjacent...
Okay, so she would have stunned them before she moved over.
Yes.
Okay, so but you would still use the fight in once we move over there.
Yeah.
So next villain turn, you just remove that token, but he's not going to get to do his spam, so that's good.
Awesome.
Deadpool's going to go. He'll pick up. That's it. What's he get?
Resistance to everything. Any special effects on the next Master Plan card played have no effect on Deadpool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So here's a fight. Here's a rogue action.
He has this move with his healing factor.
He is damaged. Let's play the healing factor when we haven't put it out yet.
Okay. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you have less than 3 cards in your hand at the end of a villain turn, you may draw 1 card.
Nice. So he's going to move over to where that hostage is. Use Siren's Fight to fight one of those thugs. And you use a heroic action he got from the hostage he had to clear up one of those civilians. And that's his turn. So Doop's going to go. He's going to play the X-Force card. Strike first. Once during the next villain turn, each hero who is about to take damage may immediately fight in their location before taking damage.
Cool.
It won't trigger that one because you canceled that one from doing damage.
Yes.
But he's going to move over to the werewolves. Warwolves.
Cool.
He's going to cancel the move from Deadpool's card to bring the track down by 1. And then he's going to use his free fight tokens that he has to hit the werewolves. So when they try to strike him back, he's going to take them out.
Nice.
X-Force card. This turn you may treat... Okay. They're the same card.
Okay.
There's doubles to some cards in there too.
That makes sense.
Okay. So now it's Mojo's turn. Again, 0, bam. So the track would go up by 1. And we add a civilian in each location. There won't be any overflow, luckily.
Awesome.
It's going to get harder to get those hostages, so that's being annoying.
Yes.
But the Warwolves would bam, but because of the card that we played from X-Force, we'll get the fight first.
Yeah.
And you hit the werewolves and take them off the board.
Cool.
And now, Mojo's going to go every 2 turns because we cleared up a mission.
Yeah.
And then this is why Mojoverse can be annoying. If you perform 3 or more heroic actions or fights here this turn, you may gain 1 wild token. If you did not, you must discard 1 card.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought it was 2. It's free, so that's kind of hard too.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to build up your tokens before you go there.
Absolutely.
And that ban would have got canceled, so we just take that off and we don't get damage.
Awesome.
So Sunspot's going to go. He's going to pick up. What do you got?
Move and a fight.
And we're going to do a solar radiation absorption. So he's going to build up some tokens.
Sounds good.
So for every spot that he occupies, he's going to get tokens.
Okay.
We have a move from the X-Force card, so he's going to move twice. So
which direction should he go?
he's going to go where Siren is. Actually, wait. Because he can go 2 moves. 1, 2. 1, 2. He'll go over to Weapon X facility.
Okay.
So that means he was in 3 spots where he was, and he moved twice over to Weapon X facility. So he gets free tokens, and we're going to give him fight tokens.
All right.
So Siren's going to go. She's going to pick up.
Vocal trance.
That's what she just did.
Yes.
But we're going to do your Sonic Scream.
Yes.
And what's it do?
Deal 1 damage to each thug in an adjacent location. You may discard any number of action tokens to perform the same number of fights in that location.
It's too bad you didn't have tokens. That would have been really good.
Yeah.
So you're going to... Does it say discard or defeat? 1 damage. So yeah, those free thugs are going to get Sonic Screamed.
Yes.
And that's going to clear up our mission there. So now we can attack Mojo, but we can't damage him until we rescue all the hostages.
Okay.
So she got over to Weapon X because she used 2 moves plus her airlift card.
Yes.
And now she's over there. So you can discard a card if she wants 2 fight tokens. It will help with her Sonic Scream.
That's true.
But she does have that bit. She has some good cards there. The move and fight will help. You don't want to get rid of Sonic Scream.
Yeah.
And then being able to bam and stun someone. Fight and stun someone. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's adjacent too, right? What's the Sonic?
The Sonic Scream?
No, the other one? The one you had?
The Vocal Trance. Attach a stun token to a villain or a henchman in an adjacent location.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to be helpful. Okay, no. She's not going to discard a card, I think.
Okay.
And that's Siren. Oh, but now Mojo's going to go every 2 turns now because we cleared a mission.
Right.
So he's going. Again, 0 bam. Turn all civilians in locations to thugs. Oh, because we're trying to clear up civilians now. That sucks.
Yeah.
But he'll add 1 to the track. He's still in green, which is good. And all civilians will turn to the thugs. And then it's our turn. So at the end of the villain turn, Deadpool would heal because of healing factor. He'd gain a card.
Fight through the pain. Gain 1 fight token. You may ignore damage until the beginning of your next turn. And then there's another fight.
Cool.
Now he has to pick up, right?
Yep. So it's Deadpool's turn. We're not going to play from the X-Force cards?
No.
Okay. So what you get?
Breaking the 4th wall.
So he already has that in there too. He'd pick up from his...
Chaos deck.
Yeah. Let's do the fight one where he ignores damage. So what's that one do?
So, gain 1 fight token. You may ignore 1 damage until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay. So, we'll do 1 fight in his location. The fight token we would have just gained, we do that again. We have a move left from Siren. He won't move.
Okay.
He'll forfeit it to bring the track down by 1. And that's his turn. And that you may draw up to 2 cards and then discard the same number of cards in your hand to the bottom. So let's do that.
Okay.
We'll draw 2 cards.
Maximum
there we go. That's what I'm
effort.
looking for. Okay.
And fight through the pain again.
Okay, so we'll get rid of the crisis card ones because those are random. They could hinder us or benefit us. So the breaking through the force wall, we'll discard those 2.
Okay.
Doop's going to go, and he's going to pick up.
Okay. Travel across the margins. At the end of your turn, swap this card with any hero card in the storyline.
Okay. I think that card will come in handy, the mass control, because I can move some of these thugs around off spots with hostages, so it'll be easier for us to free the hostages.
I think that's a good idea.
And it's look at any number of civilians and thugs between locations, so I can just move them all around.
Yes.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so we're going to play that card, move stuff around, and then figure out what Doop's going to do.
Okay.
So I moved a bunch of slugs around, clear up the spots with hostages, and now Doop is going to move off.
Multiverse.
Yep, to go to Xavier Institute for Higher Learning and do the fight from Deadpool to clear up that thug.
Awesome.
So, Mojo's going to go. I don't think there's many cards left. I think there's 4 or 5.
Okay.
Again, same thing, not moving, bamming. Slay preview. Oh, this is... Each hero must discard 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. So this is where he damages everybody.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna KO Doop.
Yep, but So he'll bam first, so it'll go up to 3. Everywhere else will bam. No one's in the werewolf spot, so we're good. Then everyone's going to take a damage.
Okay.
So dupe's easy. So dupe, that will go to the bottom.
And then his remains in play card he gets.
Yeah, so he's going to get a wild token.
All right.
Knock him over. And because someone got KO'd, you activate their BAM because he doesn't have that. Mojo can't take any damage hostages. If the hero gains a token. Yeah, once per turn. You can forfeit. No, so there's nothing about you don't activate your BAM.
Okay.
So he does activate, so the track would go up again because someone got KO'd. Okay. Now everyone else is going to take a damage.
Okay.
So let's do Siren. We want Sonic Scream because we want to get rid of those.
And maybe we want Stunned too? Vocal Trance?
Because you can stop him from doing stuff. The move and fight's good because we could move into something.
Mm-hmm.
But we do got some characters. The person that's feeding her is Sunspot, and Sunspot has a lot of moves because he moves in and builds. So I think the move and fight, yeah, that's probably better.
Okay.
So Deadpool has fight through the pain. You ignore 1 damage. But this card says you discard a card. It doesn't directly say damage because like that, deal 1 damage.
Yeah.
It specifically says. So I don't think it comes into play. It just does 1 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
We want to keep maximum effort.
For sure. And getting the fights. Fights are going to come in hand. We need fights now.
Okay.
He has 9 hit points. So.
Yeah. So get rid of resistance to everything?
Yeah.
That's tricky with Deadpool.
He's going to heal at the end of the turn anyway.
Yeah.
Dupe's done already. And then Sunspot. The move and fight ones because we want solar channeling for sure. And we have 2 of the move and fights anyway.
Okay.
Okay. That's everybody there. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be over to Mojo went. Dupe was last. So it is Sunspot next.
Okay.
Okay. Sunspot's going to do some trickery. He's going to pick up his card.
Solar rechanneling.
Yep.
Again.
Okay. He's pretty.
He has a few of those.
And if you had your, because we took out the double wild because we're playing as the X-Force and you have to take it out. He'd have a lot of really good. Jeez.
Yeah.
So we're going to play Solar Rechanneling. We gain a wild token. So we'd have 4 tokens and we're going to switch. You may turn any action tokens into fight tokens. Into wild tokens. So we'll have 4 wild tokens.
Yes.
If we would have done the 2 fights, if we discarded the card, we'd have 2 more.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So from Dupe's card and from the card we just played, he moved over twice.
Yeah.
He's going to use one of his wild tokens to get that hostage. What's at the flip of that?
Gives him
move. Perfect. Because I was going to have to use one of those wild tokens to move.
Yeah.
We'd now use that hostage to move over to where the werewolves are. We'll use... Oh, there is also no rule stating you can't have more than 1 hostage too.
Okay. I was going to...
It doesn't say you can't, so I'm saying again. Now we'll use another wild to clear up another hostage. What's that? Fight. Awesome. He'll use one of the wild again to move over to where Dupe is. And he'll use that wild to clear up that hostage. Come on. I'll move.
Another move.
Okay. If we move over to where Mojo is, we haven't. Too bad it wasn't moves because he moved all time on this one. If you perform free, no. So we can keep that move to move next time with him. So we cleared up all the hostages. So now we can target Mojo.
Okay.
That was a really good turn for him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Keep the move. We have a move and a fight token. Left was him. Okay, it's just at the end of the villain turn, the track listing will go up by 1.
Yes.
Oh. We counter it. No, like I said, it's good. As long as we stay not into red, we're okay.
Okay.
Because we could use the move token and then forfeit the move to push it back by 1. because the tokens give you an action, and then you can forfeit the action they give you.
Right.
No, because I want to keep that move to move into a spot, maybe?
Yes.
Or move out if we get stuck there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Sunspot's done. So Siren's going to go. We're not going to play an X-Force card.
No.
Pick up. We're thinking about stunning Mojo, but we'll see what the next card.
It's a wild.
We'll still do the Sonic Trance.
Yeah.
So, she'll stun a villain. What's it say on the card?
Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in an adjacent location.
Okay.
Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is discarded.
Nice. So we'll stun Mojo. It's cool. You can stun villains too.
Yes.
And so do a fight in her spot. She's going to forfeit the move from Sunspot to bring the track down. Nice. And then I think we're going to discard the wild so we can get 2 fight tokens. So then it's going to help us trigger the Sonic Scream later.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Mojo's going to go. Pretty serious now. I don't think he does have a move. Nope. Up. Add a civilian in each location. So there is going to be overflow now.
Okay.
But he won't move. Oh, bam. So his BAM doesn't work now, so he's not going to add to the track. So that's good.
Yeah.
So that would cancel that out. So at least we don't go up by that one. But we'll add a civilian in each location. So we got 2 overflows, so the track would go up by 2. So we're at 5. Still in gray, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the villain turn, Deadpool would heal a card for healing factor.
Cool.
Come on. Something. What's that one?
Gain 1 wild token. In your next turn, you must play your hero card randomly.
Okay. So it's Deadpool's turn. He's going to pick up. We're not going to play the X-Force card.
Just a straight wild.
Okay, so we're going to play Unpredictable. So we get a wild token, and we get a wild, but our next turn we play, it has to be randomly.
Okay.
So we'll move over twice to go where Siren is. That will go into the story. And then I'm going to discard the wild. No, fight through the... that's 2 fights. The wild. Discard the wild card to gain 2 fight tokens.
Okay.
Because of Weapon X facility. So now we'll flip his cards over because we're going to play the next turns randomly. So we'll flip them over now and just shuffle them up so then, because we don't see the cards because it has to be random, right?
Yeah.
And then when we pick up the card, it will put it down face 2 because when we pick up, it has to be random. We can't see.
Yeah. And we used the wild token he got to double move him. That was how he double moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a fight left. I'm going to discard it to bring the track by 1. Because even if we get overflow, it's just going to go back to where it was.
Yes.
Okay. And now it's Doop's turn.
Yep.
So he'll turn up.
Doop's back up.
Oh. At the end of the villain's turn, Sunspot was there. So it's going to be back at 5.
Okay.
Because of the threat. And Doop was knocked out, so it doesn't count.
Right.
Because he's not in play. Well, he's still in play. What's it? If there are any number of heroes in this location at the end of the villain turn, increase the track by 1. If you're knocked out, you can't take damage. You're not affected by placing. So I don't think you're affected by the threat.
You count, but you don't. Yeah.
So he'll pick up his free cards.
All right. Travel across the margins.
Okay.
We know what that does. A wild. And another wild.
This is wild cards.
Yes.
Okay. So he has a wild from Deadpool. He has a wild. Oh, it's too bad Sunspot was there because we could have got a +1 damage if we got rid of one.
Yeah.
Might as well start picking at him, maybe. Because this is rough.
Yeah, we might as well.
And then you'll have to discard a card instead of moving off. Yeah, I'm worried about moving off, but he's going to get wilds. Whatever. So, let's use the... Because if we use the wild, you're feeding Sunspot a wild. If you use the move, he has moves. Okay, yeah. Let's use the wild card.
Okay.
So he'll use his wild to move over to where Mojo is. He'll use Deadpool's wild to hit Mojo for 1 damage. And he has a wild token to hit Mojo for another damage. So now he's at 7 life.
Cool.
So at the end of the turn, if you perform 3 or more heroic actions or fights, he didn't. He only did 2, so he has to discard a card.
Okay.
So we'll discard travel across the margins at the bottom. We need to keep the wild to feed Sunspot.
Yeah. Poor dupe.
Okay. And now it's Mojo's turn. So 0 bam. So he's not moving. We'll do his bam. So it's going to go up to 6. Ultimately, Mojo, until the next villain turn, 1 available move action must be ignored. Oh, that's going to be a pain. We needed that to get over.
Yeah.
This does not decrease the track ratings. Okay. And then no other bams. No one's at the werewolves. No other ones. But remember this time, Sunspot's in that spotlight spot, so that will go up again.
Okay.
Stone on in red, luckily.
Thankfully.
Okay. That was his turn. He has 2 cards left.
Okay.
Deadpool would heal a card. Don't look at it. We'll just put it face down because we have to play his next. When it goes to his turn, it has to be randomly.
Yeah.
Now it's Sunspot's turn.
Okay.
We won't play the X-Force card, but we will pick up.
That's a move.
Okay. So we have to forfeit. Until the next villain turn, you have to forfeit a move action. Okay. So let's do Solar Channeling. Gain a wild token. You may turn any action tokens you have into wild tokens. So those are still tokens. You get a token from the hostage.
Yes.
So those are going to turn into wilds.
Okay.
And we'll get another wild. So we have 3.
Okay.
So we use Dupe's wild to turn it into a move to forfeit that one for the Mojo card.
Okay.
Then we use Sunspot's move to go over there.
All right.
Now we're going to hit him. He's still, okay. Straight damage now. We don't get +1.
All right.
So we're going to use 3 of his wild tokens to do 3 fights to hit him for 3 damage.
Awesome.
So he did 3 or more, 2 or more for Dupe's card. He did 3 fights, so he gains a wild token from Dupe.
Nice.
And then he did 3 or more there, so he gets another wild token.
Nice.
So when it cycles back to him, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got to make sure we don't go into the red.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're doing better. When I did the test, I got over to... I hit 15. That's how I lost. So, now it's over to Siren. I'm pretty... Oh, she has 2 fight tokens too?
She does.
Nice. Okay, so she's going to pick up.
And it's a fight.
Nice. So, what does Sonic Scream do again?
Deal 1 damage to each thug in an adjacent location. You may discard any number of action tokens to perform the same number of fights in that location.
Nice. And she has a move, so she doesn't even have to do her move.
No.
Because she'll get rid of all those thugs. And she has 2 fight tokens. She can do 2 damage to Mojo.
Yeah.
And she still has 2 moves left. She has to forfeit 1 because of the card. She can forfeit the move from her card to bring the track down by 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good turn for her.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Now for Dupe's card, you have to be in his location because she still did 2 fights, but you have to be in his location to do it.
Right.
So now it's the Mojo. Second to last card. 0 bam. So we'll do that first. So track would go up to 7. No signal. If oh good. Domo's already gone. That would be a So he'd be going after one turn if that was into play, if he was still on the board.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Ooh, yeah.
But no other neuters to it? No, we're good. Okay. So it's over to Deadpool? Okay. So put that there. He has a move. So now we can still do moving normally.
Yes.
Okay. Because his previous card still had to be random. It was a bit ago. Where is it? Yeah, randomly?
Yep.
Okay. So we got to pick up. Do you want to move them around? This random will pick. Okay. So ideally, we want the maximum effort because we'll win.
Okay.
We also have, I think, we had the one that does a fight and a fight token.
Yeah.
The other two, I don't know because we picked them up.
Yeah.
So, do you want to pick?
I'm a little scared.
Okay.
Let's pick this one.
Okay, you pick it.
Feel good? Hey!
I didn't. Oh, cool.
I was worried.
So, what was the other ones? We'll flip them over now because it had to be random.
Breaking the fourth wall again. Unpredictable, which was the wild token. And
so,
we got another wild.
Every one we would have won because you would have had the move from Siren and you could have done 2 there. 2 from that one. You would have used the wild on the token. The only one that would have been bad is if you got the force wall one.
But we have 2 fight tokens. And
okay, yeah. No matter what happened.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Did we turn any of these yet? No. So we'll see what. Move all heroes and villains in this location. Oh, that's funny. Mojo doesn't move, but you could have moved Mojo with that card.
That's funny.
Off of Mojo. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then, what's the other one? Oh, you switch places with people?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, some of them are pretty. We already won this anyway. Oh. Add civilians to this location. In-laws come to visit. Yeah, some of them are pretty. We'll play the challenge X-Men. Each hero that has ever been a member of the X-Men draws 1 card. Each hero that has not takes 1 damage.
Oh, that's funny.
So you have to know if they were X-Men before or not.
Yeah.
So I don't think I forget if Sunspot was an X-Men. I think Siren was.
Yeah.
Banshee was. Because Banshee is her uncle, I think.
Aunt? Is
What?
Banshee a guy or a girl?
Guy.
Oh, I keep thinking Banshee's a girl.
Yeah, he was in one of the movies, the young Banshee.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot.
So we'll do that. So we'll play maximum effort. He'll move over and do 4 damage to Mojo.
We didn't even have to use the tokens.
Oh, he can do it if he wants.
Okay.
He'll move over. Oh.
Overkill.
Got him. Dupe would have gave him. He did super kill. He would have got another token. So that was tough. We got down to the last card.
Yeah.
So what was the last one too?
Just out of curiosity.
Distractions. Until the next villain turn, 1 available. So every single action he can stop you from doing. That's pretty annoying too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was close.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think Sunspot and Deadpool, they're both pretty strong. Having those really helped.
Well, and having
Siren has some pretty good cards too.
Yeah, but in having her close to, if you have her close to somebody who has lots of tokens, because she can shuffle stuff around, that's cool. It works too. I like how they work as a team. And yeah, Sunspot for the win. Holy crap. Like, that if he hadn't have done that thing with the hostages, we would have been screwed. So that was cool.
So next, I think we're gonna go back to the Maximum Cardinals campaign next.
Cool.
To the second one, and we still have the invasion one too. We're gonna do Shield against the Queen and the Skrulls too.
Cool. So if there are any other teams that came with the stuff that we have that you're interested in seeing, let us know, because we're always interested in trying new stuff out. I know we've got a few different things that we're looking at for teams. I'm curious about Midnight Suns and other stuff we want to try out. So if there's something you're interested in, let us know. And thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.